Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the channel, and I'm here to talk about some NFL. So, let's get right into it. I haven't covered any NFL in a few days, been covering a lot of NBA stuff, the Dodgers game, so I want to get back into things of doing some NBA. Well, I done NBA news, or NFL news, a few days ago, 4 days ago, so I decided to get into some more here. So, legendary running back, Jim Brown, unfortunately, his wife, Monique Brown, passed away yesterday. She said, "It was with profound sadness I announced the passing of my husband, Jim Brown. He fortunately passed peacefully, so he didn't have to go through any pain or anything, just peacefully, last night at their LA home. To the world, he was an activist, an actor, and a football star. To our family, he was a loving and wonderful husband, father, and grandfather. Our hearts are broken," said Monique Brown. One of the GOAT NFL football players, and probably the best player the Browns have ever had. Undoubtedly, the only one that has a chance is maybe even Odo Graham. He was one of the best, but he's probably the best Brown they ever had. And he was he's one of the greatest players to ever live in lacrosse, too. So he was a multi-sport athlete. So RIP to a legend. King. Absolute legend. The man, the myth, the legend. He'll never be forgotten. May his spirit be at peace. So, just hoping his family, his wife, can get through this difficult time. But fortunately, it was just peaceful. He didn't have to go through any pain. But still a big loss for his wife, but the whole football world. Everybody loved Jim Brown. But, yeah, it's really off to say for that. So the Texans, they are signing pass rusher Jacob Martin to a one-year deal. Source said he played on the edge for Houston from 2019 to 2021, before landing with the hashtag Jets and hashtag Broncos last year. I think it's a decent move to be a backup. So, welcome back to H-Town, though, for Mr. Jacob Martin. Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers. This is via via Ian Rappaport, plus the Pat McAfee show. The Steelers are extending Mitch Trubisky, and Steelers and quarterback Mitch Trubisky are finalizing a 2-year extension, basically to be their backup quarterback. So, they're basically paying him 2 years to be the backup quarterback. I guess in case Kenny Pickett was to get hurt. He's going to be the backup. It has nothing to do with Pickett. People say, "Oh, they're bringing back Mason Rudolph, extending Mitch Trubisky. They don't trust Kenny Pickett." No, it's called depth at the position, but I would prefer a better backup than Mason Rudolph or Mitch Trubisky. It's a backup role. And he's already suffered 2 concussions, so they're having a backup plan just in case he were to get another concussion or just an injury in general. So they gave him a 2-year extension, which means he's now under contract for 3 years and $19.4 million. Sources say. Plenty upside. Trubisky can earn a total of $33 million over the length of the contract. A solid payday for a valued part of the QB room. I mean, it's a good deal for both sides to be a good backup quarterback, and he's still getting a good payday to be the backup quarterback of that team. So it's good for him. He's finally accepting his role as a backup quarterback. I know it's a lot for a backup, but I think he's a good teammate. I just don't know. I just don't think he's that good of a player. But he seems like a good guy and can be a good teammate. So it's a 2-year extension, and the two sides have agreed on it. That Omar Khan said on the Pat McAfee show. So the Panthers, they've released reserve quarterback Jacob Eason and wide receiver Preston Williams. Preston Williams, their Dolphins legend. Yeah, Preston Williams was a one-hit wonder. He got hurt and just was never right again. So, Deontay Banks, the Giants and their rookie cornerback, rookie first-round pick, they have agreed to terms on his 4-year, $13.6 million fully guaranteed deal for his rookie contract. That's kind of a weird number on a cornerback, number 36, but it's always a good thing when a team needs you and it works out. So I think it'll be good for him. So, former Falcons and Colts QB Matt Ryan to SiriusXM NFL on possible return. Quote: all the stars would have to be aligned, basically playing with a star team. I've just learned, at least during my experience in the 15 years I've played, to just not shut any doors. End quote. So he basically talked about a possible NFL return, and that all the stars would have to align, like everything would have to be perfect. Is what I meant. Like everything would have to be perfect for Matt Ryan. I just don't think he should return. I just don't think any NFL teams are going to be out there looking for Matt Ryan, an old quarterback. I mean, but he's going to join as an announcer or something for CBS, so hopefully he stays there and doesn't come back to the NFL. So he'll just be even worse. The Steelers have informed veteran quarterback Ahkello Witherspoon that he'll be released, sources say. He started 7 games over the last 2 seasons. Amongst all the 49ers corners they had, yeah, he was definitely one of them. And he went to the Steelers, and now he's got released again. He's just simply garbage. QB Joe Burrow is due a contract extension, and he said he knows what he wants. So he says his contract extension is in the works, and has been pretty clear with the Bengals about what he wants. I think you should just give Joe Burrow whatever money he wants, whatever contract he wants. If you're the Bengals, your franchise star quarterback, who's got better every year, and they'll pay him whatever money he has. And they'll pay him whatever money they have. So, they're basically on the road to making that happen, so won't be surprised to see a big contract extension happen soon for Joe Burrow. Ndamukong Suh is unlikely to sign with the next squad before training camp. Quote: when week 1 happens, I'll be ready with the Eagles. So the translation here is, I don't want to practice, basically. He was nice against the run last season, so I think Philly fans would want him back, but I feel like his prime days are over. But the old veteran move of skipping training camp. Respect. You don't want to tire yourself out before the season even begins. But yeah, that's really all to say for this. So, for this video, until next time, Peace.